Hello world, how y'all doing today? I hope well. We're going to jump right on into this scripture. It comes out of Jeremiah chapter 2. The word of Jehovah came to me, saying, Go and proclaim in the ears of Jerusalem. This is what Jehovah says. I well remember the devotion of your youth, the love you showed when you were engaged to marry. How you followed me in the wilderness, in a land not sown with seed. Israel was holy to Jehovah, the first fruits of his harvest. Anyone devouring him would become guilty. Disaster would come upon them, declares Jehovah. Hear the word of Jehovah, O house of Jacob, and all you families of the house of Israel. This is what Jehovah says. What fault did your forefathers find in me, so that they strayed so far from me, and they walked after worthless idols and became worthless themselves? They did not ask, Where is Jehovah, the one who brought us out of the land of Egypt, who led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and pits, through a land of drought and deep shadow, through a land where no man travels, and where no humans dwell. I then brought you to a land of orchards, to eat its fruitage and its good things. But you came in and defiled my land. You made my inheritance something detestable. The priests did not ask, Where is Jehovah? Those handling the law did not know me. The shepherds rebelled against me. The prophets prophesied by Baal, and they followed those who could bring no benefit. So I will contend further with you, declares Jehovah, and I will contend with the sons of your sons, but cross over to the coastlands of the Kittim and see. Yes, send to Kedar, and consider carefully, see whether anything like this has happened. Has a nation ever changed its gods for those that are not gods? But my own people have exchanged my glory for what is useless. Stare in amazement at this, you heavens. Shudder in absolute horror, declares Jehovah. Because my people have done two bad things. They have abandoned me, the source of living water, and dug for themselves cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold water. Is Israel a servant or a slave born in the household? Then why has he been given over to plunder? Against him young lions roar. They have raised their voice, they made his land an object of horror. His cities have been set on fire so that there is no inhabitant. The people of Noph and the Taphanenes feed on the crown of your head. Have you not brought this on yourself by abandoning Jehovah your God, while he was leading you in the way? Now why do you wish for the way to Egypt, to drink the waters of Shihor? Why do you wish for the way to Assyria, to drink the waters of the river? Your wickedness should correct you, and your own unfaithfulness should reprove you. Know and realize how bad and bitter it is. To abandon Jehovah your God, you have shown no fear of me, declares the sovereign Lord Jehovah of armies. Excuse me, y'all, my throat's a little dry today. The weather's been fluctuating a lot where I live. 1 minute it's 40 degrees, or 1 minute it's about 65, 70. I hope y'all are doing well. We still got a little bit more to go. But I'm going to discuss a little bit about how, whether or not we believe or know it to be, God is always near us. And for us to worship false idols and go against His will and look towards things that will not do no good for us, and it will only harm us and possibly harm others. You know, we don't need to abandon our God, you know, and we should really put Him first every single day. You know, a lot of people, they just go about their daily life. Years go by and they go to church once a week or sometimes never, you know, and they don't get God in their life. You know, I'm not against the church, but I think things should be definitely more openly spoke about. You know, same with the judicial system. I have nothing against them, but I think they should also be more open. And you know, I think there's a lot of slack when it comes to the important things in life, and I don't think there should be any slack. I think people should take, you know, accordance to their job titles and to their belief systems, and they should be acting accordingly and swiftly, and not worrying about image or, you know, losing money or a lot of things that get in the way of people living a fair life. You know, we gotta really look deep inside ourselves and ask God for discernment so we can gain a well-rounded intuition. Because sometimes we can get ourselves in situations that aren't very good, but we feel like we have to entertain it because we have no other choice, or, you know, you might lose your job, or just certain things that, you know, hinder your productivity and furthering and bettering your life in whatever area of your life it may be. You know, we all have to consider what we do every day, even just down to our thoughts, down to our words. All that will affect your forward movement in life, and sometimes it can hinder others as well. And you don't want to hinder others. You know, that's not fair to them. And karma is real, so it's like a two-edged sword. So let's just not forget to abandon our God, not to abandon our God, because, you know, that's all the devil wants us to do, you know. And no matter what we're going through, we need to just stay focused. Keep focused. Stay looking straight ahead. Keep asking God for guidance. Excuse me. By abandoning Jehovah your God while He was leading you in the way. Oh, no, I read past that. Hold on. Well, that's fine. I didn't read much past it. Now, why do you wish for the way to Egypt, to drink the waters of Shihor? Why do you wish for the way to Assyria, to drink the waters of the river? Your wickedness should correct you, and your own unfaithfulness should reprove you. Know and realize how bad and bitter it is to abandon Jehovah your God. You have shown no fear of me, declares the sovereign Lord Jehovah of armies. For long ago I smashed your yoke, and I tore off your shackles, but you said, I am not going to serve. For on every high hill and under every luxuriant tree you were lying sprawled out, prostituting yourself. I planted you as a choice red vine, all of it pure seed. So how have you turned into the degenerate shoots of a foreign vine before me? Though you should wash with soda and use much lye, your guilt would still be a stain before me, declares the sovereign Lord Jehovah. We have to find humility and shame within ourselves and ask for forgiveness. Don't let no guilt just build up on you. That's not a way to live. It'll rot you from the inside out. How can you say, I have not defiled myself? I have not followed the Baals. Look at your way in the valley. Consider what you have done. You are like a swift young she-camel, aimlessly running back and forth in her ways, a wild donkey accustomed to the wilderness, sniffing the wind in her lust. Who can restrain her when she is in heat? None of those looking for her will need to weary themselves. In her season they will find her. Keep your feet from going bare, and your throat from thirst. But you said, it is hopeless. No, I have fallen in love with strangers, and I will follow them. Like the shame of a thief when he is caught, so the house of Israel has been put to shame. They, their kings and their princes, their priests and their prophets, they say to a tree, you are my father, and to a stone you gave birth to me. But to me they turn their back and not their face. It's very sad. It's so sad for people to really put their time, effort, their belief, and then it just causes so much trouble and despair by believing in these false gods and these false idols. You know, it's just so terrible. I don't know how people can even put their hopes in any of that stuff, to be honest with you. That's how I feel. It just saddens my heart. But you said, it is hopeless. No, I have fallen in love with strangers, and I will follow them like the shame of a thief when he is caught. So the house of Israel has been put to shame. They, their kings, and their princes, their priests, and their prophets, they say to a tree, you are my father. Dang, my father is in heaven. His name is Jehovah. And to a stone you gave birth to me. But to me they turn their back and not their face. And in the time of their calamity they will say, rise up and save us. Now, where are your gods that you made for yourself? Let them rise up if they can save you in your time of calamity. For your gods have become numerous as your cities, O Judah. Why do you keep contending against me? Why have all of you rebelled against me? Declares Jehovah. I have struck your sons in vain. They would accept no discipline. Your own sword devoured your prophets like a murdering lion. O generation, consider for yourselves the word of Jehovah. Have I become like a wilderness to Israel, or a land of oppressive darkness? Why have these my people said, we roam freely, we will come to you no more? Can a virgin forget her ornaments, a bride her breastbands? And yet my own people have forgotten me for countless days. How skillfully, O woman, you set your course to seek love. You have trained yourself in the ways of wickedness. Even your skirts are stained with the blood of the innocent poor ones. Though I did not find them in the act of breaking in, it is on all your skirts. But you say I am innocent. Surely his anger has turned back from me. Now I am bringing judgment against you, because you say I have not sinned. Why do you treat so lightly your unstable course? You will become ashamed of Egypt too, just as you became ashamed of Assyria. For this reason also you will go out with your hands on your head. For Jehovah has rejected those in whom you put confidence. They will not bring you success. We need to put our confidence in God, in Jehovah, the one true God, and in ourselves, and to know that we need to call on Jehovah to guide us, and that things will go well. He will guide us to make the right decisions. He will guide us to know who to be around. He will guide us when to enter a room, when to leave a room. He will guide us when to speak and when to stay silent.